On June 12, 2020, a celebration that was meant to be a joyful event turned into a tragedy. Tyana Johnson, a 19-year-old girl full of dreams and hopes for the future, was celebrating her graduation in Shoelace Park, the Bronx. She had just finished her associate's degree, a huge achievement in her life. Friends and family gathered around her to congratulate her, but in a shocking twist, gunmen burst onto the scene and started shooting into the crowd. The celebration of life turned into a scene of chaos and horror. In the blink of an eye, Tyana's life was taken. She was shot multiple times, including once in the head, and later died at the hospital. 3 others, including 2 teenagers, were also injured but managed to survive. What was meant to be a night of happiness became a nightmare that left everyone in shock. Who would do such a thing? Why would anyone want to take the life of a young woman who had so much potential and a bright future ahead of her? The question still lingers, and the search for answers continues. But for now, we know this. Tyana's life was cut short, and the shooter is still out there, leaving a community grieving and demanding justice. What happened that night? And why did it happen to Tyana? If you're captivated by real crime stories that peel back the layers of truth, make sure to hit that subscribe button. Your support means the world to us as we uncover real cases, raise awareness, and give a voice to the voiceless. Before we dive into today's story, we want to hear from you. Where are you tuning in from? And how do you feel as the story unfolds? Welcome to Deadly Crime Unmasked, the show where we expose the shocking crimes that rip through communities and the chilling secrets lurking behind closed doors. These are real people, real events, real consequences. Don't forget to subscribe and activate notifications. You won't want to miss the gripping story that's coming up. Now, let's begin. On June 12, 2020, something very bad happened. A young girl named Tyana Johnson was having a graduation party. She had just finished college and wanted to celebrate with her friends and family. The party took place in Shoelace Park, which is a public park in the Bronx, New York. People came to laugh, dance, and have a good time. But around 11 p.m., when it was dark, something scary happened. A silver car drove up near the party. 2 men came out of the car. They had guns. Without saying anything, they started shooting into the crowd of people. Many people ran to hide. Some people fell down because they got hurt. Tyana was shot. She was shot 5 times. 1 bullet hit her in the head. She was taken to the hospital quickly. The doctors tried to help her, but she died. 3 other people were also shot. 1 boy was 15 years old. Another was 16 years old. 1 man was 24 years old. These 3 people survived, but they had to go to the hospital too. Police came to the scene. They started to look for the gunmen. The 2 men had already driven away. No one knew why they did it. No one knew who they were. The police started an investigation. Tyana Johnson was only 19 years old. She was a college student. She lived in Seymour, Connecticut. Seymour is a small town. Tyana lived there with her family. Tyana was smart and worked very hard in school. She studied at Monroe College. She finished her associate's degree. That means she finished the first 2 years of college. She was very proud of this. Her family was proud too. That's why they had the party. Tyana had big dreams. She wanted to become an entrepreneur. That means she wanted to start her own business. She had ideas to help people and make a better future for herself. She had plans to go back to college and earn a bachelor's degree next. She wanted to learn more and grow. People who knew Tyana said she was kind and caring. She helped others and liked to smile. She was focused and liked to reach her goals. She did not cause trouble. She stayed on the right path. She believed in doing her best. Tyana had many friends. Her family loved her very much. They supported her dreams. They came to the party to celebrate her success. No one thought anything bad would happen. That night, the park was full of people. Music was playing. Food and drinks were being shared. Everyone was having fun. Tyana was happy. It was her big day. Then the car came. The 2 men jumped out. They did not talk. They pulled out guns. They started shooting. People screamed and ran. Some people dropped to the ground to hide. Some were hit by bullets. Tyana could not get away in time. The bullets hit her body. 1 bullet hit her head. She fell. People tried to help her. Paramedics came and took her to Jacoby Medical Center, but her injuries were too bad. She died at the hospital. The police began to look for the gunman. They checked video cameras near the park. They found a video that showed a man they wanted to talk to. They shared this video with the public. They offered a $10,000 reward to anyone who could give information. People were scared and sad. They wanted to know why it happened, but there were no answers. The shooters had escaped. The police did not know if Tyana was a target or if it was random. Tyana's family was very shocked. They had just been celebrating. Now, they had to plan a funeral. Her mom, Natasha Allen, said that Tyana had not even started her life. She said Tyana did not deserve to die. Today, the police are still trying to solve the case. The shooters have not been caught. The investigation is still open. People want justice for Tyana. They want the shooters to be found. Many people remember Tyana. They say she was special. They want her story to be told. They want the world to know what happened to her. Why do you think the gunman did this? Tyana Johnson was smart and worked hard in school. She went to a school called Monroe College. It is a college where students learn different subjects and prepare for jobs. Tyana studied very well and finished her associate's degree. An associate's degree is a special paper you get after 2 years of college. It means you passed all your classes and did a good job. Tyana was proud of herself. She wanted to do more. Finishing her associate's degree was just the beginning. She had big plans. She wanted to go back to school and get her bachelor's degree. A bachelor's degree takes 2 more years. It is a higher level than an associate's degree. Tyana wanted to learn more and become better at what she loved. Tyana did not want to stop at school. She also wanted to start her own business. She talked about becoming an entrepreneur. An entrepreneur is a person who starts their own company or business. They work for themselves and sell things or offer services. Tyana had ideas in her mind about how she could help others with her business. She wanted to make her own money, help her family, and be successful. She said she would work hard and never give up. She had a dream and was planning step by step to make that dream real. First, she finished her associate's degree. Next, she would go to college again for her bachelor's degree. After that, she would start her business. That was her plan. Tyana's family and teachers were proud of her. They saw her studying, going to class, and doing her homework. She stayed focused. She didn't let anything stop her from learning. Even when things got hard, she kept trying. She was the kind of student who came early, listened to her teachers, and asked good questions. She wanted to understand everything. Her favorite subjects were business, math, and writing. She liked learning how money works. She liked planning things and writing about her goals. Tyana knew that starting a business needs good planning and smart thinking. That's why she paid attention in class and took notes. She wanted to be ready for the real world. Outside of school, Tyana would talk to her friends about her business ideas. She told them she wanted to open something new, something helpful, maybe a small shop, maybe an online store, maybe a service for young people. She didn't know yet exactly what kind of business, but she knew she would start one. She said, "I want to make something of my own." She was also saving money. She wanted to use that money to help pay for school and for her future business. She looked for ways to learn outside the classroom, too. She watched videos, read books, and asked older people for advice. She was curious and wanted to learn more every day. Tyana was not lazy. She used her time well. When she was not in class, she was reading or thinking of new ideas. When other kids were playing around, she was planning. She didn't waste time. She believed time was important, and every day was a chance to grow. Her dream of becoming a business owner was big, but she had a plan to reach it. School first, then more school, then a business. That was the order. She was doing everything right. She was on her way. But then something very sad happened. Just after she finished her associate's degree, she had a graduation party in a park. She invited her friends and family. They came to celebrate with her. It was supposed to be a happy day. But someone came to the park with a gun. That person shot into the crowd. Tyana was shot and later died at the hospital. Her plans, her dreams, and all her hard work were stopped that day. This story shows that Tyana was not just a regular girl. She was someone with goals. She loved learning. She wanted to start something great. She had a path. She followed that path with clear steps. Even though she is no longer here, her story shows the power of education and planning. Tyana wanted a better life, and she was doing all the right things to get there. Tyana was focused. She had goals. She wanted to help others. She wanted to make her family proud. She also wanted to show other young people that they could reach their goals too if they worked hard. She had plans and was working to make them real. Tyana had a kind personality. She smiled often and treated people with respect. Her family and friends liked being around her. They said she had a good heart and big dreams. After the shooting, Tyana was quickly taken to the hospital. The hospital was called Jacoby Medical Center. The doctors there tried to help her, but it was too late. Tyana had been shot 5 times. One of the bullets hit her in the head. The doctors said she was dead. She did not make it. The people who were at the park were very confused. Many were scared. Some were crying. Others were running and looking for their family members and friends. It had been a happy party just a few minutes earlier, but now there were sirens, police cars, and people lying on the ground. It was a scene of fear and panic. No one expected something so bad to happen during the graduation party. Right after the shooting, the New York City Police Department, also called the NYPD, started working on the case. They wanted to find the people who did this. They went to the park and looked for clues. They spoke to people who saw what happened. They checked security cameras nearby. The police found a video from a camera that showed a silver BMW. In the video, 2 men were seen getting out of the car. They were holding guns. These men started shooting into the crowd and then quickly got back in the car and drove away. The police shared this video with the public. They hoped that someone would recognize the car or the men in the video. The NYPD also offered a reward. They said they would give $10,000 to anyone who could give information that would help them catch the shooter. They wanted help from the public. They needed someone to speak up. There were many questions about the shooting. Why did the men come to the park? Why did they shoot at people during the celebration? Some people thought the gunmen came just to hurt someone at the party. Others believe it was a random shooting. No one knew for sure. The motive or the reason behind the shooting is still unknown. No one has been arrested yet. The community was shocked. Many people in the Bronx could not believe what happened. Tyana was only 19 years old. She was a student. She had just finished her associate's degree from college. She had big dreams. She wanted to start her own business and go to a 4-year school next. People said she was smart, kind, and worked very hard. After the shooting, many people in the area asked for justice. They wanted the police to find the shooter. They wanted the person who killed Tyana to be punished. People also talked about the need to stop gun violence. They said parks, parties, and schools should be safe. They said children, students, and families should not have to worry about being shot. Many called for more safety in their neighborhoods. They asked leaders to do something to stop the violence. Tyana's family was deeply affected by her death. Her mother, Natasha Allen, said she was heartbroken. She said Tyana had a good future and did not deserve to die. She talked about how Tyana was working hard and staying focused on her goals. Her mother said she still can't believe her daughter is gone. Tyana's friends were sad too. Many of them said they looked up to her. She helped others and stayed out of trouble. She wanted to do good things in life. Her classmates remembered her as smart and friendly. People shared photos and videos of her online. They wrote messages saying they missed her and would never forget her. Even people who did not know Tyana personally were touched by the story. They said it was unfair that a young woman who was doing everything right could be killed while celebrating her success. Her death reminded everyone how quickly life can change. It showed how dangerous violence is and how it can take away someone's future in just one moment. The community, her family, and her friends are still waiting for justice. They hope the person who did this will be caught. Her mother, Natasha Allen, could not believe what had happened. She said, Tyana didn't deserve this. She was just 19 years old. She didn't even live her life yet. Tyana was her only child, and she was very proud of her. Natasha said Tyana worked hard in school and was excited to continue her studies. Tyana had just finished her associate's degree and wanted to start her own business one day. Natasha said her daughter was smart, kind, and always tried to do the right thing. Losing her was a big pain for the whole family. People in the neighborhood were also shocked. Tyana was known for her good behavior. She never caused trouble and always had a smile. Her friend said she made everyone feel better. Many people who came to the party to celebrate her success ended up crying together because they had lost someone who was important to them. Even though Tyana's life ended too soon, people still talk about her today. Her teachers remember her as a girl who never gave up. Her friends remember her as someone who always helped others. Tyana wanted to make the world better, and she worked hard every day to reach her goals. Tyana's dream was to open her own business. She talked about helping young girls in her community to go to school and follow their dreams too. Her dream didn't come true, but her story is still making people think about how to live with purpose. Her family says they want people to remember Tyana not for how she died, but for how she lived. Even people who didn't know her personally now know her name. They see her picture and hear her story in the news and online. Some people have started talking to children in schools about staying safe and staying away from violence because of what happened to Tyana. The police are still looking for the person who shot Tyana. No one has been arrested yet. A video from that night shows two men in a silver BMW car, but their names are still not known. Tyana's family is still waiting for answers. They want to know who did it and why. They say it's not fair for the shooter to be free while Tyana is gone. People in the Bronx are also speaking out. They want justice. They say it could have been their daughter, sister, or friend too. The community is asking important questions. Why did this happen? Who brought a gun to a party where people were dancing and smiling? Why is it taking so long to catch the person who did this? Tyana Johnson was a young woman with big dreams. She wanted to help others. She wanted to be her own boss. She wanted to go to school, work hard, and make her mother proud. She didn't get to do all the things she planned, but the way she lived her life is still important. Her story shows how someone young and hopeful can still be taken away by violence. She didn't do anything wrong. She was just at a party with her friends and family. This story reminds people that we need to make our communities safer. People should be able to celebrate without fear. Families should not lose loved ones to gun violence. If you know something, say something. Tyana's family still needs answers. The police are still looking. Tyana's life mattered, and her story is not finished until justice is done. If the story gripped your heart and left you questioning the truth, don't forget to hit that like button and share it with others who need to hear it. For more chilling true crime stories that dive deep into the mysteries behind these tragedies, make sure to subscribe to our channel and turn on the notification bell. You won't want to miss our latest updates, investigations, and thought-provoking discussions. Thank you for being part of this journey with us as we uncover the truth and seek justice. Together, we can make a difference. Stay safe, stay aware, and we'll see you in the next one.